Spellbound, Chapter 12. You know, Adam said as we left the copy shop, someday we should really work on our interrogation routine. I think one of us is supposed to be the good cop. Psst, good is overrated. He laughed. All right then, I said. Let's courier that book back to Mrs. Tucker and check this thing out in the privacy of our motel room. On the drive, we discussed our next big hurdle, finding Veronica Tucker. I think a trap is our best bet, I said, as I climbed out of the rental car. She's less likely to strike when you're around. If I'm alone, she'll feel more confident making a hit. I braced for him to argue, but he nodded. Not my first choice, but we need to end this. We can't properly investigate this activist group while watching over our shoulders for a witch hunter. We're going to need to lure her in. He opened the motel room door, then stopped, gazed at the floor. Or we could just wait for her to make contact. There, on the worn carpet, was a folded sheet of paper that had been shoved under the door. In big block letters it read Savannah Levon. As I bent, Adam caught my hand. If it's a leather bomb, she forgot the envelope, I said. He kicked the folded sheet over. When it didn't explode, he reached down and picked it up, then backed us out of the room. Sarah Levon, I know you went to my aunt's house today, and I know what she told you. But it's a lie. It's all lies. I'm not the one trying to kill you. I need your help when you need mine. Meet me at the Karma Cafe at 3 p.m. Victoria Tucker. Folded in the letter was a homemade business card. I waved the letter at Adam. She wants to help me. She's not trying to kill me at all. Certainly not by leaving this letter, hoping I'm dumb enough to show up at her meeting so she can attack me or poison my coffee. Well, that's good to hear. I hate for something like that to happen. Almost as much as I hate for you to decide you're going to that meeting to turn the tables on her. Duh. No. Now who thinks I'm stupid? I'm not going to that meeting. We are. Picture a place called the Common Cafe, and they'll save me the bother of describing it. There was nothing in it you wouldn't expect, from the Buddha flower pots to the wallpaper decorated with symbols that probably said, if you bought this just because it looked pretty, may Buddha piss in your coffees, you culturally ignorant moron. Even the servers were decorated with symbols. I have no idea what they said, but I'm sure there was a Hummer artist down the street laughing her ass off every time they stopped by for fresh ink. I ordered coffee. Oh, sorry. Coffee made from fair trade beans grown in some place I've never heard of. Probably Henry from New Jersey. From the taste of it, my guess on the wallpaper message was right. Right after that first sip, my head started to hurt. When I turned, I saw Victoria Tucker. I didn't think you'd come, she said. Is that why you're 10 minutes late? Better have a good excuse, because making me wait isn't the right way to start this conversation. She babbled something as she sat. I just stared at her until she trailed off and started folding her napkin, fingers creasing the edges. You called me here to talk, I said. The meter's running. I didn't try to kill you. Heard that already. Now go back and start at the beginning. You went to Columbia to kill Tiffany Radu. That was my mission. I'm sure my aunt told you that the witch hunters have changed. It's a lie. Some did. But my family wanted revenge for my mother's death, so they only pretended to go along with the others. Secretly, they were raising us to follow the old ways. We didn't want to. I think that's why Amy died. I hope you mean that's the reason you think she killed herself, and not that her mother murdered her because she refused to go witch hunting. Grounding, yes. Cutting her allowance, off her allowance, sure. But I ain't buying murder. Ronnie shook her head. No, Aunt Annette wouldn't kill her own daughter, but I think someone in our family did kill Amy. There's my Aunt Rachel, too, and her daughter, Chrissy. Chrissy did her tour 2 years ago and it wasn't easy. So when Aunt and had considered letting Amy and me out to get out of it, they really weren't happy. Your tour? Seriously? That's what you call it? As in tour of duty? Or post-grad tour? To the country, kill a few witches. Aye, whatever. So Amy dies and you decide to toe the line by letting your aunt send you to Columbus to off Tiffany Ratu. I didn't kill Tiffany. I planned to. Kill her and get it over with. I heard the rumors. She was using her powers to help her husband's white slave trade. And she probably helped him kill those girls when they wouldn't go into slavery. Because every slaver wants a couple of drug-addled party girls like Jenny Thompson and Brandy Daggers. That illegal business Tiffany was helping him with. Importing cheap prescription drugs from Canada. A sleazy way to make money. But nothing anyone deserves to die for. Next time you want to justify murder, do your research. Of course, that could mean you lose your justification, so I can see why you didn't. She flushed. Okay, I was wrong about Tiffany, but I didn't kill her like I said I was going to. My aunt asked me how. Sneak in while she napped and inject her with poison. But by that time, you come to town, I could tell you were a witch. I was curious, so I followed you around a bit. That's all I did. Only my aunts found out and they ordered me to kill you too. But you were trying to stop Tiffany and Cody too. That's when I decided I couldn't go through with it. Yet, Tiffany still ends up dead during her nap injected with poison. Because that was their plan. They did it. I tried to talk to you at the hospital, but you blasted me right off my feet. Even in your sleep, you knew I was there. So I took off. I found you again at the motel. I was trying to figure out how to tell you without getting attacked. When you came after me, I panicked again and ran. And tried killing me in Seattle, shoving me into traffic. Oh, wait, that wasn't you. It was them. Did you see me? Her chin lifted. Have you ever seen me trying to kill you? Did the nurse catch me doing something to you in the hospital? Were the cookies I brought poison? No. Someone is trying to kill you, but you have no proof it's me. They want you to jump to that conclusion. They want you to kill me. Right. Of course, because if they killed me, I'll kill you. I can come back as a ghost and haunt you to death. Good plan. She shook her head, shifting in her seat, frustrated by my refusal to buy into a perfectly rational story. How did they kill Tiffany? Lethal dose of poison, then they pushed you onto a busy street? What are the chances of you dying from that? But I'm on to you. Tiffany wasn't. Everything so far has failed, so you're forced to resort to desperate measures. And if that fails, lure me to a meeting and lower my guard by appealing to my sympathetic side. I lean forward. In case you haven't noticed, I don't have a sympathetic side. Just listen. I am listening. You didn't kill Tiffany, your evil relatives did. The same relatives who claim you're the evil one, that you're acting on your own. That's right. I put my elbows on the table, getting close enough to see the flakes on her chapped lips. I don't give a shit. I have my own problems, and you're the one most easily to solve. Come near me again for any reason, and I'll squat you down. Understood? Her lips tightened. It's not me you need to worry about. You'll see that soon enough. Maybe when you read my obituary. Nah, I'm pretty sure your folks aren't going to pay for one. I stood. If we're done here. She pushed back her chair, stood, and stalked out before I could leave. So what do you think? I said to Adam as he drove us back to our motel. If you're asking anyone's opinion, even mine, you aren't completely sure yourself. Same here. Smells like bullshit. But doesn't think any worse than the story her aunt gave us. I suspect the truth is caught in the middle. Unfortunately, so are you. Nothing you can do either way. Just keep moving forward and watching my back. I'm sure he knew what I was thinking. If Veronica Tucker died, I blame myself. If another witch was murdered because of Veronica Tucker, I blame myself. If I focus on figuring out the truth here and meanwhile, Jamie or Hope was targeted by that crazy bunch of activists, I blame myself. I pretty much bought myself a ticket to Goat Island any way I turned. Best I could do was look at my options and decide which one could I live with the least. Number 3, no question. So follow my own advice, move forward, and watch my back. The big question, though, was where I was moving to. Fort Miami, Adams said. That girl, her aunties, get within a mile of Cortez headquarters and then find themselves locked up, awaiting interrogation from someone a whole lot nastier than you or me. I shook my head. The Cabal won't give a shit about some chicks killing off witches. The Cabal might not, but Lucas will, meaning Benenko will, and as far as I'm concerned, they are the Cortex Cabal. When I didn't answer, he looked over. You need to tell Lucas and Paige about your spell problems sooner or later. You think I'm avoiding Miami so I don't have to tell Lucas and Paige? No. I'm avoiding Miami until I'm sure I won't lead a witch hunter to Paige. We have other things we can follow up on for now. Like what? I'll call Lucas from the motel. I'm sure he'll have something. Lucas had nothing. Not too surprising considering he only landed in Miami an hour ago. We'll just chill out here then, I said. In a city where these witch hunters reside, Lucas' voice rose on the big speakerphone. A rare show of incredulity after you've made contact with them. Across the room, Adam nodded in emphatic agreement. I like you here, Lucas said. Jamie isn't en route, as is Jeremy. Elena, Hope, and Kyle will be following tonight. They've called the council meeting. I'm not council. I am, Adam said. You go then. He gave me a look and said to Lucas, Savannah's concerned about leading the witch hunter back to Paige. He mouthed, which is bullshit to me. We've got a few things to do first. But we'll come to Miami tomorrow. Next, I'll call Sean. My half-brother was chief operating officer of the Nas Cabal. How the guy ever climbed so high when he somehow failed to inherit any of our family's less savory traits is a testament to just how damn good he is at his job. That, and our grandfather's desperate need to hold on to some part of our father. He ignored Sean's gentle nature. Sean ignored the company's baser nature. It all worked out, in a completely dysfunctional way, guaranteed to blow up spectacularly someday. I just hope my brother didn't suffer the brunt of the explosion. When Sean's cell phone rang straight to voicemail, I decided to try the office. His line was picked up on a second ring. Hello? Savannah? The isotone meant it wasn't Sean. I gripped the phone a little tighter. It was Bryce, Sean's younger brother. Biologically, that means he's also my half-brother. But Bryce refuses to acknowledge any relationship that used to hurt. Okay, it still does. In the beginning, I thought Bryce was just worried I was after his inheritance. That's not it. His mother left Christoph a few years before he met my mother. But Bryce is still convinced my mother drove him off. That's easier than believing his mother abandoned him when he was barely old enough to walk. I can't imagine how horrible that must feel, which makes it really hard for me to hate the guy, and I think that only pisses him off all the more. Hi, Bryce. How you doing? Sean's not here. He's in Hong Kong. Didn't he tell you? Shit, I've forgotten. I didn't say that, though. Bryce hated sharing Sean, and if he thought I didn't rate getting our brother's travel plans, then I wasn't going to rob him of the victory. Sam, has he been gone long? 5 days. Then he wouldn't be able to help me anyway. Maybe you can. I started to laugh. Seriously? No, even if I could, I have information that the Cabal might want. That's why I was calling Sean, hoping to warn him and check out a rumor. I glanced at Adam. He was in the bathroom shaving. Having skipped in this morning, the door was open. He could hear my conversation, but he didn't turn. With anyone other than Bryce, I had given up after the first rebuff. With Bryce, I had this weird compulsion to keep offering my hand in peace, no matter how many times he spat on it. I guess Adam knew that. I'm not Sean, Bryce said. I don't offer Cabal secrets in return for your useless scraps, Samantha. Maybe you can take advantage of him, but Sean never gives me Cabal secrets and you know it, because you know Sean. All I'm asking for is confirmation or denial of a rumor. What's this warning you want to give? Again, anyone else and I have insisted on quid pro quo. Instead, I told him about the so-called liberation movement. He snorted. Seriously? You think we haven't heard that? Where have you been for the past week, Samantha? Partying? A junior security team has been assigned to investigate But we sure as hell aren't battering down the hatches because a few kids have started shouting for free the supernaturals. Please, it's more than that. They kill. Now Adam looked up. I chopped my tongue. I didn't mean to give that way. I was like a little girl, so desperate for her big brother's approval she'll do anything to get it. Killed who? Bryce asked. A sorcerer, I think. I lied. That's what I heard anyway. More rumors is like dealing with children. A boogeyman jumps out and they run screaming toward the council. And the council is stupid enough to actually listen to boogeyman hunting. We're just following up on information we received, I said, including the tip that this movement was trying to recruit near NAS headquarters and the Cabal snatched them up. Is that what you heard? Is it true? If you guys have them and you aren't interested in interrogating them, you could turn them over to the council. Could we? Really? Do you have them? Goodbye, Samantha. He hung up. I sat there with the phone to my ear for at least a minute. Then I said to Aaron, still shaving? Next time I start tripping over myself to be nice to Bryce, slap me, okay? Just slap me. You didn't give much away. I wasn't going to get anything either. I know better. Which means I should have done this first. I called Sean's cell phone back and left a message explaining the situation in my talk with Bryce, asking him to call when he could. As I disconnected, someone rapped at the door. I paid for another night in case we need it, Adam said. That's probably housekeeping. I opened the door. There stood a short, gaunt man dressed in clothes covered in a decade of filth. Not housekeeping, I called and turned to the homeless man. Look, I'm sure this saves time knocking on doors instead of sitting on a corner, but you got to pick a better class of motel. Folks here are as likely to take your money as give you some. The man lifted his head. His beard was streaked with dried vomit. There was a dent the size of a golf ball in his temple, and a chunk of skull was missing. Brain matter oozed through. It's for you, I called to Adam. The dead homeless guy grunted and pushed past me into the room.